we are putting the introduction of this subject, and this is our first class on that subject. Now, make it a concept that physics explains our observation. When you are taking tuitions for your final year, the main purpose in physics is to explain, understand the concepts. Physics is basically a science of making concepts, and when you make good concepts, you can answer all types of questions. So physics explains our observation. And for example, when a ball is thrown upward, it later falls down. Why the ball is coming down later? The answer would be gravity. So physics actually goes for discussing the observations with reasoning. So for example, when you have a ball and you throw it upward, if you throw a ball upward, the ball goes against gravity and later the ball comes back. Why a ship floats while a needle sinks? So when a ship is floating, the needle sinks. This is an idea that the upthrust of water is balancing the weight of the ship. So upthrust is there. Now, why can an aeroplane fly while a stone falls? When an aeroplane is flying, the weight of the aeroplane is able to balance the weight of the aeroplane is able to be balanced by the upthrust. So aeroplane can fly because of the same reason, upthrust. So this is our first point of understanding, that like physics is a sequence of concepts. Physics is a science of concepts. And whenever you are studying physics in a school, in tuition for the last year, you have to remember that it is an understanding of concepts with proper scientific reasons. This is our first concept for today. You can communicate with me on chat. You can communicate with me on the mic. If you have a query, you can WhatsApp me. You can not during the class, obviously use the chat, or you can ask any question on the mic. I'm now putting my second concept for today. That is what examiners need to see. Examiners, you are going to face, many people, obviously, the whole system is now going to face the results tomorrow. And also very good luck for tomorrow. And for O-level people, A-level people, results are coming. Some people are getting results. I think A-level is coming tomorrow. Not sure about O-level. Examiners need to see correct concepts in correct sequence. Now, what is the idea of this? Meaning that when you are writing the answers, you have to give correct concepts and you have to give them in correct sequence. This is what examiners need to see. So look, I have told you people two concepts. One, I have told you people two concepts. One, what is physics? It is a science of observation. Second concept, that what examiners are willing to see, they want to see correct concepts, like gravity is a concept, upthrust is a concept. In correct sequence means you have to answer, you have to join them in right order. Now I'm putting my third discussion point, syllabus outlines. This is Cambridge O-Level Physics 5054. And I'm now discussing the syllabus outlines, motion, forces, and energy. This syllabus was revised in 2023. Thermal physics, waves, electricity and magnetism, nuclear physics, and space physics. These are the main topics, main units. Motion, forces, and energy, thermal physics, waves, electricity, and magnetism, nuclear physics, and space physics. You have to keep one register for your class notes. I will be dictating all the important things Then I will be sharing digital notes and I will be taking online quizzes also. The idea is simple that in the final year, you have to cover the whole syllabus and you have to refine all the concepts. This is my syllabus outline list. So you have to give the heading to, you have to give the date for today and copy this screen. You can, you should inform me on the chat or on the mic once you are done with the copying. Good. बाकी लोग भी once they have copied, please let me know. So these are the outlines of the syllabus, and this is actually the start of the syllabus part, and the syllabus was revised in 2022 last year. It was, and the 2020 was the latest year for that. Now I will explain that what would be my study plan, how we will be going running this group. I will be teaching electricity and magnetism first, because in schools they will be teaching the same, and by midterm they will be reaching nuclear physics in majority schools. So you have to face the midterm, you have to face the exams and the tests. So I will be starting the syllabus from electricity and magnetism. Then I will be doing nuclear physics, then space physics, which is a brand new topic. And then I will go back to the basic physics, the class 9th and 10th work. The idea is there so that you can manage your midterms, and obviously you have to appear, many of you have to appear for early admissions, and then midterm results are important. I will share the books with you. That is a paper 1 book for MCQs. I will be using topical books, paper 2 book for MCQ, paper 2 questions, and then I will be using yearly past paper book for paper 4 ATP paper. Now, we are discussing some idea that what type of support material is available, like syllabus. We will be using syllabus for that, marking schemes. Examiner report is something which is very helpful for all good students, because examiner reports, they actually tell you about the examiner responses. They're very helpful. Then yearly past papers are June and November, and we believe first in topical past paper. We will be using topical past papers, and then a very important book is there. It is called Student Response Booklet. Student Response Booklet is actually Student Response Booklet is actually a document which shows high-end solutions, low-end solutions, A-grade students' work, B-grade students' work, and below average students' work. So student response booklet is very important. These are the support materials we will be using. Marking scheme you people already have been using because of last year's subjects, and examiner report will be something we will try to use them because they increase the level of the answer a lot. Yearly past papers are actually going to be discussed in the end. Topical past papers are we will be using throughout our session. I will be keeping extra classes for past papers so we can solve the topical work together. Student response booklet is actually a document which shows different scripts, high end scripts, low end script. Now the paper outlines. Paper 1 is MCQs. Paper 2 is structured questions, the main paper, 80 marks. And then paper 4, which is now of 40 marks. Syllabus got updated last year. So now they have increased the marks for paper 4 and paper 2. Grade threshold. Now, as results are ahead, so many people are talking about grade threshold. Grade thresholds are very important for all students so they know which paper is getting more in challenge. So paper 1 is 27 out of 40 for A. Paper 2 is 46 out of 75 for A. Paper 4 is 20 out of 30 for A. These are our common thresholds. I'm putting some basic review before I start my first topic, first chapter. This is necessary to make a fundamental connection. Now you have to give a heading, give a heading, basic review. I'm first putting the title concept, physical quantity. In physics, a quantity is said to be physical when it has a magnitude and a unit. For example, mass in kg. So this is going to be our next concept for today. In physics, if you have a quantity with a magnitude and a unit, we call it, for example, mass in kg. This is called a physical quantity. Physical quantity is a quantity with a magnitude and unit. You have to copy this screen. Physical quantities. There are two types of quantities. One is called base quantities and second are called derived quantities. This is our next concept for today. You have to copy this screen. Now, let's talk about this concept. Make a concept that like other sciences, like chemistry, like biology, science, physics also has started by some quantities. It is like a language. When you start a language, you make some alphabets. Alphabets are the fundamental or base of the language. Now, now, when you start a language, you make a word, you make some alphabets. These are the base. Alphabets combine to form words. Words combine to form sentences. This is called derived. Similarly, when physics evolved, some quantities started physics as a subject. They are called base quantities. Some quantities were obtained from the base quantities and they are called derived quantities. I repeat my concept. That science as a subject started by physics as a subject was started by some quantities which are called base quantities. There are 7 of them. There are 7 quantities which started physics. Now the 7 quantities combine to form some more quantities which are obtained from base quantities and they are called derived quantities. So this is the fundamental thing, but want to first introduce SI, System International. What is SI? It was a system made by scientists so that they can unify the work of people. For example, some people were working in meters, some people were working in kilometer, some people were working in centimeter, some people were working in millimeter. So this work cannot be synced together. Scientists decided that all people for science purpose, they have to work in meter. This is the idea of SI. So what is SI? A unified system of physical quantities and units to standardize the work in physics. You have to copy this screen. Let me know once you have copied it. Okay, good. Now we are going for SI base quantities. I had already given you people a concept that these are the quantities which made the foundation of physics. So this is our next concept. They are called SI base quantities. Now you have to copy this screen. This is our next concept. Meanwhile, we are putting a 5-minute gap for namaz. And if any one of you want to say namaz, you can. And I'm also going for that. So it's a 5-minute gap. You can copy this screen and we will be restarting within 5 minutes.